Guys, welcome back. You guys are tuning in again. It is Monday the 23rd. The weekend's over. For some it might still be weekend. We don't know yet. This is another homework workout for you guys. Now today's workout is again not scored. I do want you to rate the workout, but we're gonna aim for a very big and a very high quality pump today. Now if you wanna stay with us and follow us along on all these homework workouts, you can find them in the app. If you look at the app, if you go to WOD, which is workout of the day, you'll find the date. And we're recording this on Tuesday, March the 17th, but still, you can click all your way to whatever date it is today, find your workouts there. Today has 3 different parts: the general warm-up, a nice piece in the middle, some mobility work, and then we're gonna hit the workout all together. First part of today's session is where I need you guys to follow along because we're going to need an object here we haven't used before. We're going to use our elastic band, all right? We're going to use it in the first piece, in the second piece, and also in the last piece of today's class. So grab your elastic band. I'm going to show you guys the first movement of the warm-up. I have Marloes and Ben here for the demo. Now we're going to do a band good morning, so I want you guys to go stand in your band. You take about a hip width stand, then you attach the band to the back of your head, so around your neck. Stand up firmly first, then you're going to have a slight knee bend. And you're going to hinge back from the hip. Make sure the back stays nice and flat, and you extend on the way up. Good. When you extend up, you guys keep going for a couple of reps. When you extend back up, focus on squeezing your glutes and maintain tension in the belly throughout the movement. Perfect good mornings here. If this is very hard to do, I want you to, yes, I'm going to say that, decrease the range of motion slightly and just focus on tension in the hamstrings on the way down and squeezing your butt on the way up. You guys can detach your band. Place the band next to you on the floor. The second movement is going to be a hollow. So what we'll do is this. You're going to be on the floor and Marloes is going to immediately go into a perfect hollow. Now what I'm aiming for here is lower back in the floor, shoulder blades off the floor. She's going to keep that and Benny's going to start in the same one. But if Ben has a rough time with the hollow and I still want him to follow along, he's going to pull one leg in first. Boom, lower back still on the floor. Still hard, boom, another leg in. Still too hard, one arm in. 2 arms in, and then he's in a tuck up. Now this is a good position to hold on to. You guys can rest out from here. Good, thank you. So it is time to start the warm-up. I need you guys to get off the couch and join us in this one. We're going to do 10 reps of the good morning, followed by 10 seconds of a hollow. Then we move to 20 reps, 20 seconds, 30, 30 seconds, 40, and 40 seconds, and then all the way down. If you need to, in the hollow body, take a break. You take the break or you scale down the movement to make it slightly easier and then pick it up and make sure you finish the entirety of seconds before you move on to the next round. Now I want you guys to grab the band, go stand in the band because we're all going to start together, so you at home as well. Wrap it around, go stand up, and I'm going to count this one down. This is not for speed, just for quality. We're going to start the warm up in 3, 2, 1, go. So it is 10 reps of the good morning. So slight knee bend all the way through. Extend violently by squeezing your butt on the way up and reach back to get that hamstring tension to work here. Solid work, guys. They work their way all the way through 10 reps, just as you are doing right now. And then upon completion of the 10, you get out of that band setup, you go on the floor, you first find the proper hollow you think you can maintain, and only then you start counting for 10 seconds. So Marloes is going to aim for that RX option of the hollow, lower back in the floor. Ben is going to go for more of like a tucked up variation. But if Marloes is going to have trouble with this in the 40-second time frame later on, she might pull in a knee or not. That is all up to her. Good. So they're moving on. Once they've completed 10 seconds of this, they get out of there, they grab their band, and then they start on their set of 20. So what I need you guys to do is you're going to continue in this warm-up by doing 20 reps in 20 seconds, all the way up to 40, back down to 10, continue or press pause. Hey crew, middle part of the session today is going to be all about mobility. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use that band again. So if you put that band away from the last part, grab that band again because we're going to use it. The first thing that we will do is work on our straddle stretch. It's a very nice hip, lower back and hamstring warm-up. So if you look at Marloes and Ben here, we're going to show 2 different variations. They're first going to go into a straddle. Straddle means legs are going to be nice and wide. And Marloes is going to double pull the band around her body here, and she's gonna try to get it underneath the armpit so it doesn't roll into her neck too much. And Ben is gonna have one part of the band stay forward and one part going to be more around his neck. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to let the band pull you forward. This is literally just a stretch with some added resistance. It's like somebody is gently pushing you down into that stretch. And for a lot of people, this stretch is very hard to do on their own. So some resistance can be very helpful. Okay, the second one that they're going to do, you guys can climb out of here for now. The second one they're going to do is going to be a downward dog into whatever you want to call it, but we call it a cobra today. Now they're going to start off in a downward dog, so we aim for that high aim frame. Even though you cannot reach your heels in the floor, you aim to drive your heels into the floor to get a good stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. From there, after like a 2 to 3 second hold, you pull yourself down, you lift your chest up, and you press to the floor. Good. What I like to do when I'm in this cobra position is actually squeeze my butt, because that drives my hips down even more. And you aim to be as upright as possible in that end position. From here, you move back into the cobra because it is intended to be a dynamic stretch. Good. And back forward, and that would make it 2 reps. And if we think about a 2-second hold in the end positions, we actually have some movement going on here. We've just showed you the warm-up. The mobility part of today's session. Now you guys are going to follow along and do the first round of the warm-up with us before you continue and do 2 more rounds on your own. Now to start this one, you already had the band, right? You're also going to need your SmartWard app now because we're going to have 30 seconds on the timer. I have mine set. It doesn't work the best way, but I put it on EMOM so I can actually set 30 seconds here. Okay, good. Now I want you to set up with the band. So let's get set up, grab the band, get in your wide stance. Your wide legs position. Benny has just one part of the band around his neck. Marloes has the entire band around her body. Now we're going to start the warm-up. If you guys are set up in 3, 2, 1, and go. So guys, 30 seconds statically sitting in this position, slowly trying to ease into what they call this straddle stretch here, right? You want to be as passive as you possibly can. Let the band pull you forward. Maybe adjust the band a bit if it feels a bit weird. But if you want to make it more interesting, you can always do more in the second round. 30 seconds passively sit in this stretch. We're out of it in 3, in 2, in 1, and rest. So you guys can climb out of here, put the band next to you, go to the front, and now we're going to do 5 repetitions of the downward dog into cobra, where we start in the downward dog. You hold it for 2 seconds. We move into the cobra, hold it for 2 seconds, that's 1 rep. Push back down, 2 seconds, really press up nice and high. That's rep number 2, butt goes up, we drive back in, drive up, rep number 3, drive back up with the butt. There we go, push into the floor, really squeeze your butt here. I think that makes rep number 4, that means we got 1 left. We're in the A-frame, we finish in the cobra, and if you completed that, you can set up your band again and start on your second round. Now what I need you guys to do is either continue now for 2 rounds, and if you do that, please pause. So it is finally time to start the workout piece of today's session, which is a beautiful 15-minute M-rep that has a focus on getting a good quality pump in the entire body. We got a pull, we got a press, and we got a squat in there. Aim to do a round about every 75 to 90 seconds, so you're getting about 10 good rounds in today. The first movement that we're going to show you is the alternating band row. So you're going to need a set of elastic bands, your elastic band again, but also a chair or a sofa or something you can press onto for the dips, which we'll show in a second. First, the alternating band row. Marloes and Ben are both demoing this with their band. They have it either attached to a pole or attached to a door handle. Marloes has it double looped, so she has the entire band around the object. And Ben has it like half looped, singly looped. I don't know if that's a word, but you guys know what I mean. It is very simple. You pull one arm back, focusing on the elbow being close to the body. The other arm stays forward. Then you pull the other arm back. Very meticulously, one arm at a time. Okay, you guys can rest now with the band row. Then the second movement that we're going to do is the dip movement. So they both have a different object here. Marloes is going to show you the RX version, where I need you to try to get your heels to be on the floor, legs fully extended. You're going to bring your hips down, try to get your shoulder below the elbow and drive back up. Okay? Try to stay close to the object. In the meantime, Ben is doing the same movement, but because he has his legs bended, there's some more pressure into the legs, which takes some pressure away from the triceps working. So we consider that your skilled option for today's workout. Beautiful dips here. Great. Now, the third movement in the workout is going to be the narrow squat. Now, ideally, we're going to have our feet against each other, but I'm all game with anything that is more narrow than your regular squat stand. So, for RX and skilled sake, Marloes has her feet pinched together. Ben has a little bit of distance between the feet. That is all good here, right? Now, this is not going to be your picture perfect deep squat, but it's going to be important to keep your heels on the floor. You guys can start your set, heels on the floor, and try to get some depth in there. It'll give you a different sensation in the quads than a regular squat has, right? It's a little bit more quad dominant here, a little bit more knees forward, that is all good. You're also challenged by your ankle mobility. Make sure you keep a full foot on the floor and try to remain somewhat of an upright posture. But if you're scaling like Ben is doing, I'm okay with you hunching forward just a tiny bit. If you guys are ready to get the pump, just like we are, it is time to join us in the actual workout today. Now, I have my smartwatch ready. It's set at 15 minutes as an M-rep, right? Now we're gonna start off with 10 alternating band rows, then we do 15 dips and 20 narrow squats. We're gonna join you for the first round. After that, you guys can continue on your own. So, you guys are ready? Yes? Okay, I'm gonna set the timer with a 3-second countdown. And we start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 10 reps, moving one arm at a time, shoulders stay nice and low, elbow moves back and the other arm stays forward. Even the not pulling arm, your lat is actually working there to stabilize. And you're also pulled sideways a bit, which you're trying to fight, so there's no torso twisting whatsoever. After the 10 reps, we move to our sofa, bench, whatever we have in our home, we can sit on and raise our hands on. And we're going to start off with 15 repetitions of the dip here. Now Marloes is doing RX, that means legs are all the way straight. No pressure in the legs whatsoever. Ben has some more pressure in the legs, which allows him to use the lower body a bit more when it becomes too tough on the triceps here. Aiming for a good pump for 15 reps. After 15, they stand up and they start doing their set of 20 narrow squats. Now, if you guys are faster than us, that is all good. If you're slower than us, that is also all good, because we're aiming for a quality pump, so your own tempo is going to be most important here. Now, in the narrow squat, there's a big tendency to just collapse into the bottom. I want you to think of pulling yourself down and then standing up to get as much tension in the quads as you possibly can. All 20 reps. So they're going to do all 20 reps. Hopefully, you're kind of on our pace, and we're getting close to that 90-second time frame for just doing one round, which probably means that we're not going to complete 10 full rounds, but we're going to aim to still do that. That's great. Now, they're finishing up their set of 20 narrow squats. What I need you guys to do is keep going on this workout, and for now, press pause.